Sometimes the hardest part growing up isn't moving forward. It's learning when to leave the past behind. And that's exactly where Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage Season 2 takes us. This new season doesn't just continue the Young Sheldon legacy. It quietly transforms it, giving Georgie the story he's always deserved. The premiere opens right where Season 1 left off, the aftermath of all those life-changing choices. Mandy's landed a full-time gig as a weather girl, and Georgie's running Jim's old auto shop with Ruben. And for the first time, both are realizing that adult life isn't just about family. It's about identity. Just years after Young Sheldon's bittersweet ending, this series finally allows the Cooper family's oldest son to step out of his little brother's shadow. But Season 2 does something even braver. It starts writing Georgie's own destiny. In the very first episode, titled A Tire Breaker and a Huge Mistake, the show pivots hard. Gone are the days of constant Young Sheldon references and flashbacks to George's death. Instead, we move across town, away from the Coopers, and into the heart of Medford's working-class streets, where Georgie and Ruben try to keep their business alive. It's refreshing, almost symbolic. While Young Sheldon was about genius and grief, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage is about resilience, about learning from mistakes and moving forward. At home, Mandy tries to balance her new career with family life, while Jim, now retired, faces the loneliness of having nothing left to prove. These parallel stories remind us that growing up isn't something that stops at 20 or 60. It's a lifelong process. And here's where things get really interesting. Georgie's business moves this season subtly connect to the Big Bang Theory. In the episode, Georgie suggests renaming his new shop Mr. Tire. It's just a throwaway moment at first, until fans started connecting the dots. Because in the Big Bang Theory, decades later, Georgie is known across Texas as the Tire King, the man behind a massive auto chain called Dr. Tire. So when executive producer Steve Holland confirmed that the Mr. Tire idea was an intentional Easter egg, fans knew, we're watching the early foundation of Georgie's future empire. But what's fascinating is how it's built. Ruben is cautious. He wants to play it safe, take no big risks. Georgie, however, is bold, maybe even reckless, pushing for expansion, new branches, and a dream far bigger than his small-town roots. It's that very risk-taking, that belief in himself, that slowly transforms him into the successful man we later meet in the Big Bang Theory. And if we look closely, this is where the theory comes in. That Georgie and Mandy's first marriage is setting up the emotional blueprint for Georgie's eventual downfall in love, but rise in business. It's a mirror image of his father's life, full of ambition, sacrifice, and the price of chasing something bigger. For fans who still feel the loss of Young Sheldon, this season serves as both closure and rebirth. Gone are the heavy reminders of George's death or Sheldon's childhood genius. In their place, we get something more grounded, people finding new meaning in ordinary life. Even Mary and Mima appear differently this season. No longer anchors of grief, but cameos that connect the past without weighing it down. It's clear the creators want to give Georgie and Mandy a world of their own, free from the limits of the Big Bang Theory's timeline. And that's what makes it powerful. Unlike Young Sheldon, this series has freedom. There's no fixed ending yet, no canon to cage it. Meaning, the story of Georgie and Mandy can keep evolving for years, writing new destinies instead of following old ones. By the end of the episode, Georgie takes a risk that finally pays off. His instincts lead to success. His Dr. Tire dream begins to take root. And in that final quiet moment, we see a man who's starting to believe again, not just in his business, but in himself. It's poetic. A young man once overshadowed by his brother is now stepping into a legacy entirely his own. And yet, there's a bittersweet undertone. Fans know, from the Big Bang Theory, that Georgie and Mandy won't stay together forever. So every victory, every romantic scene, every moment of laughter, it all carries the quiet ache of knowing how it ends. But maybe that's the beauty of it. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage isn't about lasting forever. It's about cherishing the journey before it fades. Season 2 isn't just building Georgie's business. It's building his character arc that bridges Young Sheldon to the Big Bang Theory. We're watching the rise of the man who will someday become Dr. Tyre, wealthy, respected, but emotionally scarred. Mandy's new job and Georgie's ambition will soon collide. We'll likely see growing tension, not out of hate, but from the natural distance between two people chasing different dreams. It's a realistic take on love, not a tragedy, but a truth. And if done right, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage could become the most emotionally complex story in the Cooper family saga yet. So while Young Sheldon gave us the brains, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage gives us the heart. It's messy, it's mature, and it's the story of a young couple learning that love doesn't fix life. It just makes it worth trying for. And maybe that's the lesson Sheldon never understood. But Georgie did.